baseball obviously massive in the States, not so big over here. How did you first get into it?
Me, I've always been interested in baseball. I've always liked it. As a kid, I was lucky. My dad worked for British Airways, so all our holidays, growing up from 5 up until I was 18, always spent over in America. So for the summers, I just grew up watching it, and I got into it in that way. So there's always and carried on, ever since.
And which team was your? Did you choose?
Yeah, it was the New York Mets.
The Mets.
Well, it first started showing over here probably about 85, 86. So obviously jumping on the bandwagon because the Mets won the World Series in '86. Obviously, this is a great team, so I'll support them. And ever since then, they've been pretty much rubbish. But you still can stick with the team you first got into.
Of course. How many games did you get to go see?
I've only ever actually seen one game. That was back in September 2000. We played the St. Louis Cardinals. That was a really good Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
There was a group of us, so we visited a friend. There was a few of us, and we visited a friend of ours who was living over in New York at the time. So we all sat in the park. I was explaining the rules to everybody. I was getting looks from all these Americans going, "British? How do you know about baseball?" So it was a great conversation with them all. Yeah. But, obviously now with the MLB London series, started off last year with the Red Sox. It's supposed to be this year. It's supposed to be the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. But obviously that's been postponed. But obviously that's attracting a whole new audience, and it's bringing the baseball community together in a massive way.
So obviously you said to me, if I'm not mistaken, you're a coach for the Merlins now in Cardiff.
Yeah.
What's you seem to have a lot of roles there. You were saying.
Yeah, it's like any small team, any club team. So everybody chips in and does wherever you can. So I'm part of the committee. Do a little bit of coaching. Obviously, I play as well. I'm the first base amongst other positions. But so everybody chips in and does whatever needed. It's pretty much like any five-a-side football team, cricket team, anything like that.
How did that all come about then? You just get like a group of friends and thought, let's start this baseball team up.
I joined in after it had been set up. Basically, it was set up. There's a huge softball following in Cardiff. You've gone up on Cardiff summer, Saturday and Sunday. It was full of people playing softball. So a couple of guys, obviously into baseball, but with no outlet for it.
Yeah.
They were playing softball. One of the guys was playing baseball for a team over in Bristol. So they just got together, and they started off probably 2017. 2018, that's when they sort of started putting the call out for more players. That was in the January 2018. That's when I jumped on. So they're doing indoor training in one of the leisure centres in Barry. So then 2018, we just spent the time recruiting new players, training, playing friendlies against existing teams in the Southwest. And then we applied to join what's called the Southwest Baseball League. So it's teams, well, now it's teams from us all the way down the M5 corridor down to Plymouth.
What was
our first full season?
What was the reception like? Sort of, how many players did you get interested when there was that? You said you talked about the call out. How much interest was there?
It was surprisingly. It was a lot of interest, virtually from the get go. So we had a lot of new players sort of over the winter. Obviously more as we got into the summer. And for that first year, we had probably about a good core of about 20 to 30 good players.
Oh, wow.
We could call on. Lots have played softball before. A few played in cricket, and sort of they had a passing interest in the game as a new sport, and they jumped on, and a lot of them are stuck with it.
And that Southwest League that you said you play in, how competitive is that? Because I did a look. There's sort of a Bristol team, isn't there? As you said, there's one in Plymouth. I think Yeovil maybe.
Yeovil, yeah. Basically, there's 3 in Bristol. Weston-super-Mare, Taunton, Yeovil, Newton Abbot, Exeter, Plymouth. It's very competitive. There's a good quality players there. Some of the teams, they've got players who played for the GB national team.
Oh, wow.
So they are very good. On the UK level, they're very good. But yeah, it's competitive because the teams are pretty much all at the same level.
Yeah.
So the games are really close. You can't really tell who's going to win week in, week out.
Well, that makes it good. I mean, I guess that makes it more fun to play in.
Yeah.
Well,
All the games are high scoring. And they're just it's really competitive and close.
You mentioned as well to me that you play the MLB rules, don't you? That you played, because I mean, I don't know how much of an interest you had, I guess, growing up, because baseball was always a sport in Wales until I guess.
It's massive Wales, yeah. Again, going back to the 50s, 60s, 70s, it was the summer sport in Wales. The Welsh rugby players in their off season, they all turned to baseball. But when Grange Town or the Docks, it was actually huge. In school, you played Welsh baseball with the triangular bats and the poles. So I think everybody grew up, at my generation, growing up in the 80s. That was your summer sport. Obviously, it's died off quite considerably over the years. I think it's been replaced more and more by softball. But now, obviously, we're the first competitive baseball team in Wales. Also, on the sort of, not on the back of us, but comes at the same time. There's a youth baseball organisation started up as well called RBI Wales. They're the first of its kind in the UK because they're actually backed by American baseball.
Oh, wow.
A really good coup for Cardiff to get that. They had they took a team of girls up to the national trials a few months ago, obviously before the lockdown started.
Yeah.
And 3 of the girls from that have been chosen to try out for the GB national team.
That's amazing. Why do you think it dropped off? I know you said that sort of people were playing softball. Why do you think there was that? I think it was 2015 was the first time in something like 70 years there wasn't a Wales-England game in baseball. There's obviously someone who likes the sport. I mean, now it's great to see it coming back and great.
I think maybe it's due to the schools not teaching it, and sort of that generation who did play it. Obviously, they stopped, and because they stopped playing it in schools, maybe it was replaced by cricket, hockey, other type of sports, athletics. It just fell out of favour, and that new generation just didn't come through.
And where did the name Merlins come from?
It's few things. One, there's a baseball team called the Miami Marlins.
Yeah.
So the guy who thought of the name Ed, who's basically in charge of the team, he's going to come set it up and runs it. He thought when people are searching for Marlins, they might think Merlins. It's a small bird of prey, it is.
Yeah.
That's obviously, we wanted something a little bit cool, a little bit different, and he came with Merlins.
And do you get many people? I mean, obviously it's very low level. You were saying it's the first team, but do you get friends and family coming down to watch you play?
Yeah, we get friends, family. We play in Pontcanna Fields. We're at the bottom, so we've got our own little field down down the river end of Pontcanna Field. So we always get a crowd of people walking by, stopping for a few minutes.
Yeah.
We do get, I think we had a crowd of one of the last games last year. I think we had a crowd of about 25. So
No,
I was
not selling tickets, no.
So when you play, like when you train, like what's the pitch like? So how do you mark it out?
As I said, we play on Pontcanna Fields. The council have given us our own pitch down there, so they mark the diamond out for us at the beginning of the year. They cut the grass. They maintain the actual outline of the diamond. They've allowed us to build a pitcher's mound in the middle. Unfortunately, in the storms earlier on in the year, that all washed away. So I had to dig around and beg, borrow, steal money to try and rebuild it. But basically they give us a field, and we can turn it into a proper baseball diamond, and they'll upkeep it, with cutting the grass and the markings.
I think that's why we wanted to talk to you, because I think baseball, as I said right at the start, is such a big sport, but I don't think a lot of people in Cardiff even know that there's a team on their doorstep.
Try and get the message out as much as we can, like any little team, but seeing that we are so unique, then it's nice to be on places like this. We were on Cardiff FM. It's Cardiff FM last year during the final couple of matches, just promoting ourselves. So it's really great to try and get as much interest in possible. We've got a great youth following. I said the RBI Wales, they've managed to get out and get as many kids playing the sport, which is really good. But getting adults playing as well. At the moment, if at the beginning of the year we were looking, so we've probably got enough players so we could run 2 teams now, which is great for being our third year in existence. So two proper seasons under our belt. So potentially we could get to 2 teams. There's been sort of other teams try to be created in Newport and Swansea, but they've fallen by the side. We got players coming up, from Swansea, the Valleys, Merthyr, all the way down.
And if there's anyone listening who wants to get involved, who wanted to join, how could they do that?
We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Just drop us a message. Obviously, things have stopped now.
Of course.
So seasons, as soon as we were about to start outdoor training, and basically the season was called off, so we don't know when we're going to start again. Might be later on in the summer, July maybe, but we're always taking interest. So just drop us a message on Facebook. We'll get back to you and we'll invite you along when it's all up and running. You don't have to have played the sport before. As I said, as long as you can throw a ball.
We should take it up now. We should have a go. I think we should go down.
When we're allowed back out, we'll invite you down and have a look at.
Is it a good community spirit, I guess, within the team? Are you all quite a close-knit group?
Oh yeah, because really close-knit group. We've got a WhatsApp group. There's all the stuff happening on that. It's a great mix of people. We've got people from obviously Wales. We've got from Argentina, Canada, Korea. So we got it's everybody. So we've got a whole mix of people, all different personalities, and it's because we're all fans of a unique sport. There's not in Cardiff. It's not big. It brings everybody that a little bit closer together.
Well, Richard, thank you very much for coming on. We really appreciate it. We wish you all the best when, as you say, when the season finally gets the chance to restart. And I'd love to pop down one day. So
same here.
We'll definitely come down.
I'll give you a shout and invite you down.
Amazing. That would be fantastic. Thank you very much for coming on, and we shall hopefully see you soon.